everybody, Clint here with Classic Firearms. I'm coming at you guys today from Take Aim Training and Range, and we're here today to do a little bit of stress testing on the Vortex AMG UH-1 holographic optic and Eotech's HWS holographic optic. So let's go ahead, let's hop into this. Let's go ahead and talk about the differences between the two and then see what type of stresses they can handle. Let's do it. All right, first one we're going to take a look at, guys, is the Vortex. AMG stands for their Advanced Manufacturing Group, so I guess they're higher end of optics. And something I thought was kind of funny when I was looking at the box here. First off, Vortex has a great warranty. They call it their VIP warranty, and it says here unlimited, unconditional, and lifetime warranty. And then the fine print says warranty does not cover loss, theft, deliberate damage, or cosmetic damage not affecting product performance. Deliberate damage, I don't think this is going to get covered under what we're going to be doing to it today. But anyway, both of these optics are made in the US. Price point around these ranges anywhere between $600 to $800. And let's just go ahead and take a look. So unboxing, you get a nice little, inspection card. That's pretty cool. And then your product manual, nice. And let's continue on. Nice and well packaged too, as you can see. It's got the foam all around it and everything. Very cool. Little lens cloth, that's pretty nice. Probably won't be using that today. And then here is the optic itself. This is a big beefy boy. This guy's coming in at about 11 ounces compared to the Eotech, which is 9 ounces. So it's a little bit heavier than what the Eotech is, but very nice. And this one too, you'll notice, has a QD attachment already on it. So for attaching to Picatinny, all you do is just move this lever. Pretty easy stuff, right? And the only other thing, pretty important thing that it comes with is a battery. Let's go to get this guy installed, zeroed, and then let's talk about the Eotech. Now we've got the Eotech HWS, or holographic weapon sight, and this is the XPS3 3 TAC-0 that you see right there. Very cool. Like I said before, both of these are made in the US. Very nice. Let's go ahead and open this guy up, and you can see the packaging. Eotech really packages their stuff nice. Comes in a nice plastic case. Open this guy up like you would a lot of type of gun cases, and right off the bat you're getting a sticker, so it wins, right? But cool, you get a sticker, get a quick reference card for the XPS3 and how to mount and all that kind of fun stuff. Product warranty registration, warranty cards, and that's really all that is. Nice. Again, similar foam packaging to the Vortex, which is nice. And then we've got the optic here. Boom, there it is. Now, both of these also have night vision capabilities as well, so you'll notice that whenever you go and hit the night vision button on this guy, if you have it turned on already, your reticle disappears. It looks like you turned it off. Well, no, once you actually have your nods on and you flip them down, you'll be able to pick up that reticle just fine, so pretty cool. And also too, comes with your mounting hardware as well. Something I think that's pretty nice about the Eotechs is they come with the Allen wrench if you just want to tighten it down, just like you see right there. This one does not have the QD on it. There are other options that do, but the ones we've got right now do not have the QD. But they also have this guy. If you want the Allen wrench option thrown out, you can go ahead and just take the Allen screw all the way out, which would be just fine, and then you just replace it with this either flathead or thumb screw on it. Pretty easy stuff. Cool. All right, I've got the Vortex zeroed on my Colt. Let's go ahead and zero this guy, and then let's see if we can break them. All right, so today's tests are gonna be in relatively short distance. I mean, I'm only standing about maybe 15, 20 yards from the target over there, but mostly since I typically consider holographic sights to be more close quarter or most red dots. Now granted, Eotech does have a reticle out there that actually has a 500-yard indicator on it. So, hey, you can use these things out to distance if you want. There's also magnifiers that both Eotech and Vortex make if you're interested in that as well. So if you do wanna actually get a little bit of distance with your holographic sight that's already a very durable and rugged optic, you can. Now the Eotech here, let's go ahead and show you guys what the reticle looks like, or try our best here. I know Ryan's pretty good with the camera here, and I'm going to try to hold the rifle as steady as possible so you guys can take a look at how that reticle looks. So you're going to notice that large, I think it's about a 62 MOA ring going around the actual red dot, which makes great for quick target acquisition. So that way, whenever you're bringing this guy up, you know you're here, boom, you can pick up that large red reticle and then focus in on the finer dot in the middle. Pretty nice. So let's go ahead and take just 2 shots so you guys can see where we're at with it right now. 2 shots center mass. Cool. seems pretty good to me. Now let's go ahead, get that Eotech on here so you guys can see the differences between those and their reticles, and then take 2 shots with that, make sure I'm pretty much spot on there. And then let's get into and see just how rugged and durable these optics are. All right, now we've got the Eotech on this guy here. Let's go ahead and show off the reticle on here so you guys can see an idea of how that looks. That's got a 65 MOA large ring out there. Very cool. And again, what's great about holographics is the fact that you can get that quick acquisition, and they are super durable. Even with a broken glass, which we might do today, even with a broken glass, you're still supposed to see that reticle projected. Very cool. So let's go ahead and take a couple of shots. Let's go to the head on this guy here and make sure we're zeroed all right. Cool. All right, perfect. So I think we're pretty much right on the ball there as far as what we want to be at. So from here, it just comes down to actually testing these guys. So obviously just getting them zeroed, super easy as well. You can use bore sights, or pretty much how I have mine set up. I know that I've got this guy zeroed for 200 yards, so I dropped the reticle a little bit lower on the front sight post, and that brings me pretty much to what we got right here, real scientific, right? So anyway, very easy to zero these guys. As you notice, have very similar controls. When it comes to zeroing, either take a bullet casing or a flathead screwdriver and get in there and twist whichever way you got to go. All right, now the Vortex, I know you can stretch this guy 100 MOA on both sides there, but I couldn't find where Eotech, you know, or when I say both sides, I mean you're 100 MOA in either direction with elevation or windage. Now Eotech, I couldn't find just how far you can actually adjust your MOA on this guy, but I'm assuming it's about the same. So anyway, we're just gonna have to run with that. But all right, cool. So let's go ahead. I've got the Vortex off the rifle here. Let's go ahead and just do a drop test on this guy here. Now, drop test, I'm just gonna find a nice rock like that one right there with the reticle still on, and I can see that just fine. I'm gonna hold it out to about belt height here, and let's just see how that works. Easy enough, not bad. That seemed pretty simple right there, right? Okay, cool. A little bit of scuff on the optic. Reticle still on. Let's see if it held zero. All right, so we got the target painted up there. Let's go center mass really quick here. Oh yeah, that's pretty much right exactly where I was aiming there on both of those, so I feel pretty good about that so far. And I don't know, let's just keep going with it. How about it? Let's go ahead, take that guy off one more time. Clear this guy, since I'll just be laying it down for a second, because I feel like that was pretty much nothing for the Vortex. And we are starting off light here, and the Eotech's gonna get the same treatment here in just a few. But again, the drop test I think is something that definitely needs to happen. Now let's go, last time I did it like this, let's go right on the glass right up here, right up front. Okay, looking good so far. And let's go with the rear. Ooh, that was solid. All right, so far so good. You're just seeing slight, impact. That's all there is to it. This is pretty weak so far as like what we could do to it. Right now it's holding up just fine, but we're gonna be stepping it up just a little bit. Let's keep that guy there. And I like all these big rocks laying around, so let's find this nice, maybe 20 pounder. Let's just see what happens here. Well, it broke the rocks. I'm gonna have to find a new one to test the Eotech with. But all right, reticle's still on. We're still good. It's just looking a little beat up, that's all. It's all right, it gives it character. You guys know I like that word, right? So let's go ahead, let's just see if that's changed anything about it. And yes, I am putting it right back to where I had it. I've got mud up in here. Right where I had it on the T markings, or the rail markings, the T marks right here. I'm paying attention to where I've got this guy, so that way that doesn't change my zero at all. Let's see here. Help with the head of magazine there, Clint. All right. Okay, still rocking and rolling. Very good. Let's step it up to something heavier. Revenge of the target, how about it? Again, belt height. It sunk into the dirt a little bit, so I think that saved it some, so it has something to withstand that. So let's find something to actually set it on. All right, got it on another rock. Belt height, second drop. Ooh, that was solid. Rock broke again. Man, I have to find all these fresh rocks. All right, so yeah, it's getting a little beat up. I'm gonna be curious to see how this is all holding up. Reticle's still on. Let's see if I can get it to mount okay. All right, let's get this guy mounted back on here. Same spot as before. Oh yeah. Still locking down, still held in place, nice. And you can also adjust the tension of just how tight you want that QD to sit on this guy as well. And yeah, I've got it on there pretty tight, and it's still not like extremely hard to close the latch, which is pretty cool. So, all right, let's just see if it's remained in 0 here. Yeah, seems like it. Let's take one shot. I'm gonna aim just way low, see if my point of aim and point of impact are about the same here. So I was aiming more center. It looks like it may have moved just a bit to the left and up some. All right, let's take one more just to be sure. I'm gonna be aiming just at that shot that impacted there. Yep, so I think I am aiming, now hitting high and to the left. All right, but it's still working. And again, at close range like this, at least you're still making impact with your target. Now at distance, you're not gonna be hitting your target, right? So just keep that in mind. Okay, let's soak it in water for a bit and see if it works like that. Of course, keeping the reticle on. Let's go get a bucket. All right, let's go ahead and clean this guy off here. There we go. Let that stay in there for just a bit. And just so it's scientific here, we'll make sure we've got it sitting there for about, let's do 5 minutes, right? 5 minutes, okay, seems fair enough. Now let's go ahead and grab that Eotech. All right, well, while the Vortex is taking the bath there, same type of test, real scientific here with another rock. Ooh, solid. All right, a little dirty there. Optic is still on. Got just a little piece of rock stuck to it there, or clay. All right, cool. Still seems to be working all right. Let's do it one more time. Give it about the same treatment as we did the Vortex here, about belt height. There we go. All right, optic is still on. Drop from here. Oh, a good little spin you did there, buddy. Still good. All right, that thing sounds solid when it's bouncing around there, and you'll notice that housing that it has all over it too. Yeah, that thing is just nice. All right, let's go ahead and let's mount this guy up. All right, target's painted up, Eotech's mounted. Let's see here, going to go center mass. All right, let's aim a little bit. Same exact spot that we had the point of impact. So I'm hitting a little low, but it's holding. All right, cool. So not bad. Let's clear this guy off. Let's go ahead and get that revenge of the target happening here. Whew. Get a nice little crush for the Eotech. Oh goodness, I feel so bad for doing this. Worth it. All right. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, look at that. We got ourselves a shatter. How about that? But I can still see the reticle. Ryan, can you pick it up at all? Because I can see it still. How about that? Now that is pretty wild. Okay, now the Vortex, 5 minutes is up for this guy. All right, reticle's still on, everything's still looking good. All right, I'm excited to mount both of these now to see if the waters mess with this guy at all, and see if the cracked lens on here is going to work. Now, a lot of guys say, you know, why won't you just go for a red dot or something like that? Well, this is kind of why. Now, granted, under normal use, you're not really gonna have to worry about this type of stuff, but there are those guys out there that want to break things and or run their stuff hard, and a red dot's having to use pretty much a reflection. Well, this guy here being a holographic, even though the screen is cracked, you still got your reticle, which is pretty cool. So yeah, let's mount the Vortex up. Let's see how it did, and then mount that Eotech up. All right, let me put the target back up again. Okay, actually, you know what? Just for fun here, I want to see if this Eotech has held any type of zero whatsoever here. And let's just go center mass. Oh yeah, so it lost quite a bit of its zero. So I'm aiming center mass, and I'm hitting way low to the left on those 3 shots. However, the reticle is still there, and I'm still able to at least hit my target at a CQB type distance. Well, CQB in my mind is typically about 200 yards and less when you think about it. But in this scenario, hey, I'm hitting it pretty cool. Now let's go ahead and dunk this guy. I'm kind of concerned, or actually I'm kind of excited to see if that cracked lens is actually going to compromise it being a submersible. So let's go ahead and just dunk it and let's see what happens. All right, let's dunk this guy for 5 minutes. We'll see how that works. And something I think I recall correctly here, the Vortex's rock broke underneath, which gave it a little bit of a disadvantage, gave that energy somewhere to go instead of all in the housing like the Eotech. So let's try breaking the glass on this guy under the same controlled elements, right here. Oh man, but surprising, look at that. So maybe that extra large housing might work into its advantage, right? So what I'm thinking is because this larger housing has more area for impact to actually hit, instead of the Eotech, which has a much smaller area for impact to hit, that energy is not dispersed, and therefore, boom, crack screen. At least that's in my mind. Let's take a couple of shots with it, and let's see if it held zero. All right, let's see if this guy can hold zero now. Going center mass. All right, so before I thought I was hitting like, what was it, high into the left? And now it's pretty much right where I'm aiming. So maybe the water actually put it right back into place. Or, no, it's on there tight. I was thinking maybe there's a slight shift here, but nope. I think we're doing pretty good with the Vortex here. So, pretty nice. Still got a few minutes left for the Eotech to drown over there. With an object kind of this big and heavy, if you do run out of ammo, you can always just dismount it. I mean, it is a QD, right? And you can approach your target and you can let them know, hey, I don't want you here anymore, and throw it at them. Well, it didn't survive the throw, but the reticle is still on. So let's load up another mag and let's just see if it's held zero. All right, so we got a good solid crack on the rear lens, and you can see that on the front lens as well. Nice. Now let's see if this guy held zero at all. Oh, it definitely did not. I am aiming way down to the right. I'm gonna miss the target completely if I go off where the reticle is, but I'll just show you. Oh yeah, it's jumping all over the place actually. Yeah, so the reticle is actually jumping, and I can see it as I shoot. So it's going from way high left, it just dropped down to way low left. I'm gonna take one more shot. Way high left now, so it's pretty wild. Yeah, I don't know if you guys will be able to see that just because of how high it is. So it is jumping around on me, and I think the using your optic as a baseball, I wouldn't recommend it because you won't be able to hit your target anymore. So I think that's it for the Huey here, the UH-1. But I know time is up now on the Eotech. And yes, we're gonna give it the same treatment as well. Let's see. Oh, this is kind of funny. I guess that got ejected into there. That's kind of cool. All right. So the reticle is still there and still can be seen. Let's go ahead and mount it up and see if we can hit the target. All right, got this guy tightened on there now. And yeah, I got a couple rounds left here. So let's go ahead, load this guy up. And let's see if we're still hitting pretty good here. There we go. Way low left. All right, so same spot, way low left still. So again, I'm still able to hit my target, but like mentioned before, and there's still water coming out of the lens, that or it might just been excess dripping off. But let's go ahead, play baseball with an Eotech and see how this does. Again, I feel kind of bad for doing this because they're expensive optics, but you know, it is what it is. All right. Ooh, right on the bolt face. Oh. Well, it doesn't look any different. The reticle seems like it might be in a different location. hit right on the bolt face. So, oh man. So, and also too, notice the housing on this, how much it's shifted from the impact of that, 30, 40 pound metal plate landing right on top of it. And it looks like maybe it hit right here when I just threw it. Not bad. Probably one of the best locations it could have gotten hit. Let's see if it held 0. All right, I got 3 rounds left. Let's see where they hit here. So all about the same place. So it survived, again, the very scientific throw there. And I did have to tighten it down just a little bit. But yeah, so pretty impressive. Though the Eotech was the first one to crack, and now the QD's not staying. So I had the similar issue actually with the Vortex, where it looked like the QD attachment on here got kind of stuck on my actual gun. So notice I've got the full thread out. There it goes. Whew, must have some dirt just locked up in there. No big deal. But anyway, guys, these things are durable. I'm gonna go ahead and give it to you. And the fact is though, is that you can still see the reticle, if I was holding it the right way, still see the reticle on the Eotech, and I can still make hits on target. Granted, the Vortex, I can still see the reticle somewhere in there, but I'm not hitting the target even at such close range. But they both took quite a bit of abuse today, and I don't think it's gonna be anything that's under normal wear and tear at all. So I don't recommend using your expensive holographic sights as baseballs. They might hold up to it, but they might not hold 0. So there's that. But anyway, guys, the AMG UH-1 Gen 2, the Gen 2, having a little bit more, I think it's a little bit lighter than the original UH-1, also has the night vision capability. And the old one, you used to be able to charge via USB. They took that away, I think, because nobody was using it, and nobody really wants to take their optic off to charge it. And the battery compartment on this guy is right here, so you never actually have to remove your optic. Same thing with the Eotech here whenever you need to change the battery, so you never have to worry about re-zeroing after replacement of battery, which is pretty cool stuff. So anyway, yeah, pretty fun stuff, guys. Let me know down in the comments, what are your thoughts here today about the a little bit more than a stress test of the Eotech HWS XPS3 and the Vortex AMG UH-1. Pretty fun stuff. Last thing I'm going to talk about is our current giveaway, so let me grab that. So fun little test today, guys, between the holographic sights. Again, I want to hear from y'all in the comment section. And this is our current giveaway, the HKSP5, coming with 2 30-round mags, the SP Tactical Side Folding Brace, and also, yeah, that right there is the Franklin Armory binary trigger. It does have that 3rd position, but it is not anything more than a pistol. It's not an NFA item. It is a pistol, so just fill out your 4473 and then whatever your state laws are, to take home a pistol. But yes, because it has that binary trigger in it, that means you can go bang when you pull the trigger and release the trigger. It's a heck of a lot of fun, and you guys don't want to miss out on this guy here. So head on over to classicfirearms.com to get your entries in for the HKSP5. Hit that top banner, and it's going to take you to a web page that shows you all the different links to get in. Like I said, let me know down in the comments section what you guys think about our little test today between the Eotech and the Vortex. Both of them took a beating, and yeah, it was a little heartbreaking to do this, but I think these are at least going to be cool little pieces to keep around the warehouse, All right. Anyway,